It's finally time, guys. I'm finally going on my first major backpacking trip. We're going to go for a 3-night stay in the Adirondack High Peaks. And specifically, we're going to hike the Mount Marcy Loop, or we're making a loop of the Mount Marcy Trail. And we're going to, I believe, summit 3, maybe 4 mountains. It depends on how much energy and the weather. There's some sketchy weather they're calling for. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what I'm packing, tell you why I'm packing it, and show you how I'm packing it so that you can see how I'm preparing for this trip. I'm trying not to be overcautious, because a lot of times when you're overcautious, you just pack more stuff that just ends up on your back for no reason. I've done a lot of backpacking, but not a whole lot of overnight backpacking. So this is gonna be a little bit of a trial for me. And if you guys have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. However, when you see this, I've already been on the trip, but it'd be great for everybody watching and for my next trip. So let's take a look at what I'm packing. So let's start with the tent. The tent is a 2-person Nemo Hornet, and it's really lightweight. I've tested it out. I have not spent the night in it, but I have set it up. It has the rain fly, it has the tarp that goes underneath of it. And from what I understand from the weather forecast, we're gonna have some rain, possibly thunderstorms. So we're gonna find out what this Nemo tent is made of. It barely has enough room for myself and my son, but we did both get inside and we both fit. It's just gonna be a little bit of a snug fit. For my sleeping bag, I'm going with the REI Co-op 25 degree down bag. And I mean, you can see with my hand here, it is a very, very small bag, but it keeps you warm. 25 degrees is way colder than what we're going to experience. The temperatures are supposed to be highs in the mid 70s, lows possibly down in the upper 40s, but most likely in the mid 50s. My rule of thumb with any sleeping bag is about 10 degrees above what it's rated for is the peak of your comfort level. So this would be 35 degrees. We're not going to get anywhere near that. Next up is my sleep pad. It's a Thermarest, and it's pretty nice. It's self-inflating. I've used it before. It doesn't keep you completely off the ground if you weigh I'm 210 pounds, 6'1", but it does a pretty good job. I'm happy with it. As far as size, you can see how big it is. It's pretty small. It fits in the bag pretty easily. In here, I have my stuff sack. So I have a fleece. I have a pair of shorts, 2 pair of boxer shorts, 3 pair of socks, a couple of base layers for when the temperature drops. And I'm going to wear a pair of zip-off hiking pants with a moisture wicking shirt. And so that'll be my primary clothing. But in this stuff sack, again, small, but very thick. I should be able to get all that in there with no problem. The workhorse behind this trip is the Z-Pack Arc Blast 55 liter. And it is completely, well, they don't say it's waterproof, but it's waterproof. So, you know, I don't need a rain fly or anything like that. It's got all kinds of pockets for water and an outside pocket to get to stuff easily. Inside, it's just one chamber from the top to the bottom. Lots of drawstring so you can keep it nice and tight. That way you're not having a floppy sack on your back, which can cause comfortability issues. At the top, it Velcros, and then you can, just like any waterproof bag, clip it together. This is just a 9x9 tarp, just in case we need it. They're calling for rain. You never know when you might need an extra tarp. It doesn't weigh hardly anything, and you can see how big it is. So I think that's definitely a smart pack. Some camera accessories. So this is just a flashlight, but this is the DJI Osmo Pocket, a Canon battery for my primary photography camera, GoPro extra battery, headlamps, the GoPro. I'm also taking the GoPro 8. My son will carry the 7. I'll carry the 8. Some cleaning cloths for lenses, and then headlamp. I'm using the 3-liter Osprey Hydraulics hydration bag. That'll go in the backpack, and I'll pull the straw out the top. So that should make drinking while on the trail easy. I am taking a Sawyer Mini water filtration device. And I have 2 backups. One is going to be in my son's case, and I'll have the other Since we're going to be gone for 3-4 days, I am taking the syringe with the tube to be able to back flush the Sawyer Mini. I'm taking 3 squeeze bags, and that should give me plenty of storage and plenty of, in case one of them tore or something. Water and food are the things I really want to be careful about. We can survive with pretty much anything else, but we need to have our water and our food. Trash bag, sunscreen, and bug spray. Bugs can be bad in the Adirondacks, so you got to be prepared for that. These are 2 Wise Owl pillows. I like to take 2. They're fairly decent size, but I'm funky about my pillows, so I'm taking extra. Some wet wipes for whatever they're needed for. Pack of playing cards to kill some time. This is the alcohol stove, and this is the burner part of the alcohol stove. That's my outdoor research rain jacket. Very light, stuffs into its pocket, and that's what I have it. The whole thing's reversed and stuffed into its pocket. We're going to get rain most likely, so definitely going to need that. Jetboil with a fuel canister. If you don't know anything about Jetboil, they are absolutely amazing. Inside the Jetboil is the burner, but also I keep the coffee press. So what you do is you fill the Jetboil with water, get it to a boil, put your coffee grains on top, and then you take the press and push down on it. And then you get some nice coffee without the grains. I've had cheaper versions of this that didn't have this rubber ring on the edge, that orange rubber ring, and that was some cowboy coffee, but this should work out really nicely. Going along with my Jetboil, I have a camping mug. It's lightweight. It's not too big. And so it won't take up much space, but you definitely should have a cup for things like that. Love this knife. It's a workhorse. Lightweight, rugged, and very sharp. Along with my knife, I'm going to go ahead and take my sharpener. That way, if I'm doing a lot of use, I'm using the knife a lot, I can bring the blade back to nice and sharp whenever needed. Got my titanium spoons, nice and long to get into my food bags, my Mountain House bags, and cleans easily. The item right here is a whistle as well as a little compass. So that's nice. Some hand sanitizer just in case. My Garmin InReach Explorer for emergencies and tracking that will keep track of the trip. It'll also link to my phone so that I can make messages and work through my phones. There's going to be no reception on the hike. Some paracord just in case. A wire saw, again, just in case. These are items you may not think about, but man, if you need them, they really come in handy. The paracord I'll probably use to hang my bear canister. And the bear canister is required when you're hiking in the Adirondacks. So right now I have it stuffed with my food. I have Mountain House meals, some chili mac, some chicken and dumplings, some breakfast skillet, some eggs and bacon, and I also have some oodles and noodles, beef jerky, as well as some mountain trail mix, and just little things like that. I have my awesome hiking stick, which I love. Got to take that. And inside here, I have extra SD cards for my cameras. And then I have 3 battery packs to make sure I stay charged up. They're all 15,000 and up, so I should have plenty of power. And the star of the show, hopefully, which is going to do a lot of the video work and all the photography work, is the Canon EOS R with the 15 to 35 wide lens, as well as my Gitzo travel tripod. So those 2, the tripod I was on the fence about, whether or not I needed it. But if I can get my pack weight where I need it to be, then I'm going to go ahead and try to take it. So a couple things that I forgot to tell you about. I do have some iodine tablets in case we're having trouble filtering water. And this is a good one because it's 2 tablets per quart and it only takes 5 minutes. So that's nice. A lot of them take, 20 minutes to completely treat. Tissue paper and paper towels for any, necessary needs there. And coffee bag. So that's got some coffee grounds, some Splenda, and a little bit of creamer. And I have this hydration multiplier to help make sure we don't have any dehydration issues. We just mix it with our water. Okay, so let's start with the packing. So we're gonna open the Z-Pack up, and I went ahead and put my GPS unit hanging from my strap. And you can see how big it is. It's nice, it's a nice sized bag. So the first thing I'm going to put is the thing I know I'm not going to need up front, which is the tarp, the additional tarp. Put that in there long. I forgot to tell you about my FlexLight chair from REI. So that's you know, a real nice thing to have when you're at camp, especially if you're having a lot of downtime. And I anticipate we're going to have a decent amount of downtime. I'm going to put that in the bottom. I don't need that right away when I get to camp. I'm not going to need my extra clothes right away. You know, this is just nighttime stuff. So I want to keep the things that I'll need up, you know, right away up top, and then kind of keep that weight right in the center of my back or towards the upper part, so I can adjust where the weight's going, rather it's my hips or on my shoulders. Next up is going to be my sleeping bag. It squishes down, you know, nice. So I'm going to put that kind of here in the middle. That way I can put stuff on top of it to weight it down. Now I have my bear canister, and what I did is I went ahead and put a hook on it, just screwed it, you know, through the top, put a nut on the other side. And so now I can tie a rope around that and hang it. Now my sleeping pad will go here on top. Camera gear and rain jacket. On the side here, we'll put a cup and a bottle of water on the bottom. I got it all closed. I put the tent, strapped it onto the bottom. Now I did take a little carabiner and kind of as a safety. The last thing you want to lose is your tent, so I put that there. Now it's time to see what the weight is. And I got this little digital scale here. I'll hook it to the back under one of the frames. And let's see where we're at. 36. My son's is at 18. So his is pretty close to where, you know, I don't want any more in it. Looks like these items are not gonna make it. The hydration pack, I'm just gonna have to use the bottle. And I have a clip on my harness where I can clip another bottle right here. So that's 3. The pancake mix. The tripod, I can get that on here if I really want to. I'm undecided since the weight is so high. So I mean, that's camera gear and everything. The only thing that it doesn't count is my knife, which will be on my side, my walking cane, which will be on my hands or in my hands, and then my camera, my Canon R, which will be around my neck. I am going to take a clip so that I can clip the camera to the bag in case I want to. And that's it. So it's time to get on the road first thing, bright and early tomorrow, and get up to the parking lot and get on the trail. I appreciate your time. Hope you got something out of the video. If you did, share the video, please, with your family, your friends that'll help me grow their channel, reach more people and inspire others. Guys, I hope you have an awesome week, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.